Wasn't that last group a treat? Although I have a complaint, Dr. Chaconne took my thunder because I was going to recognize the band directors in the state and all my friends, so I'm going to give them one more opportunity to be recognized. All my band director friends and colleagues that teach these young people, would you thank them one more time? One was a treat. You're in for another one. On stage before you is the 2026 Colorado All-State Symphonic Band. I'd like to also, in your program, you might notice this, but I just want to recognize our guest harpist is going to be Elena Bongers, and she's joining us a little bit later in the program, but I want to make sure you noted that. It's my pleasure and honor, truly is, to introduce to you our wonderful clinician, the recently hired band director at CU Boulder, Dr. Shanti Simon, and this amazing group, the All-State Symphonic Band. Please welcome them to the stage.
Joseph Poole, and I play the flute at Thomas Jefferson High School. What you just heard was Kirkpatrick Fanfare by Andrew Boysen, an Irish-influenced piece dedicated to the James C. Kirkpatrick Library at the University of Central Missouri. This dance-like piece includes exciting brass fanfare-like qualities, hence the name, combined with light elements like the flute and frame drum heard at the beginning. And, if you listen, which I hope you're listening, you can hear a strain of the song Danny Boy throughout the piece, reaching its climax towards the end.
High School. Our next piece is Gustav Holst's First Suite in E-flat. Before this piece was written in 1909, most bands just played arrangements of orchestral music. Holst changed everything by writing this specifically for wind and brass instruments. We begin with the first movement, the Chaconne. Listen closely to the very beginning. The low brass will play a simple 8-measure melody. That same tune repeats over and over, building from a quiet start to a powerful finish. I hope you enjoy.
Hello, my name is Caleb Harris, and I'm a senior at Legacy High School. The second movement of Holst's First Suite in E-flat is titled Intermezzo, and it serves as a lyrical, playful, and emotional centerpiece for the masterwork in its entirety. Being placed number 2 out of 3 in this order, it provides a sense of reflection and emotional contrast. Right after the first movement, you are immediately brought back to life by the vibrant treble voices and then comforted by the melodic phrases passing from section to section.
Hello everyone, my name is Maya Wasakawa and I'm a junior. I attend Eagle Crest High School. The third and final movement of Holst's First Suite is the March. It'll contain a famous bass drum solo and it features 2 contrasting main themes, including an impactful brass line and a lyrical woodwind melody. Fragments of the themes from the first 2 movements will be present throughout. We hope you will enjoy listening to this piece of classical wind band literature as much as we have enjoyed playing it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Andy Dan from Cherokee High School. The piece you're about to hear is the first movement of The Three Embraces by Pann, and it was dedicated to one of Colorado's foremost band directors, former CU Boulder band director, Alan McMurray. Entitled Antique, Calmly, this movement layers lush, gentle, incredibly soft tones with the colors of both harp and celeste to create a beautiful auditory landscape. Pann compares this piece to a meeting of Schubert and Stravinsky on the Appalachian Trail, coasting along as it reflects upon 35 years of McMurray's guidance and kindness. I hope you enjoy The Three Embraces.
Up next, we will be playing the White Rose March by John Philip Sousa. This version you'll hear tonight is particularly special, arranged by Dr. Ray Kramer, Professor Emeritus of Bands at Indiana University, who now lives here in Colorado. It features an upbeat and whimsical percussion interlude that is sure to entertain. I hope you enjoyed the White Rose.
Well, good evening, everyone. It is wonderful to be here with you today, celebrating music in our state and in our schools. It's hard to believe that this band played together for the first time about 48 hours ago. Aren't they wonderful? We've said thank you to a lot of folks as a team today, but I have to reiterate a few thank yous. First, to the CBA team who took great care of me, Karen Gregg, Casey Kropp, and Scott Schlupp, and also our University of Northern Colorado faculty, Dr. Wesley Broadnax and Dr. Frederick Brown, and our percussion assistant, Logan Doddridge, our percussion graduate assistant from Northern Colorado, Isaiah, and all of our sectional coaches. Can we give all of these folks a round of applause? The easy job coming in to do this weekend, because the hard work is teaching these students every day the fundamentals that it takes to be able to play like this, and also, just all the work that it takes to put this together logistically with two bands, percussion for two bands, two locations. It really is a monumental feat. So I am so grateful for the work that everyone has done to make my job really enjoyable and easy this weekend. Now, I have to say a thank you to the students on stage. They have worked tremendously hard and have been so focused in many, many hours of rehearsal in the last 2 days. And I think you can tell that they really have shared their artistry and their talent and their musicianship and their kindness. And it's just been such a wonderful, wonderful event. So students, I thank you so much for everything you've done to make this possible. And I'll just say one more thing, and that is that, music and the arts have the capacity to build connections in our society. And I know you all know that. And right now in our world, I think music has a really important place because it brings people together into a shared space, and without words, they create something together. And it doesn't matter what your views are, it doesn't matter if you agree or disagree, it brings people into a space to have musical dialogue, which then can in turn perhaps inspire verbal dialogue that I think our country so desperately needs. We need to be talking to one another, and we need to be face-to-face. And music plays a really important role in that right now in our society. Now, before we play our last piece, one more of our incredible students will introduce themselves in the piece. So please welcome Oliver.
Hi, my name is Oliver Sichel. I'm a senior at Niwot High School. We've come to the last piece of our program. It is Danzon No. 2 by Arturo Marquez. He is a Mexican composer. This is a transcription for concert band by Oliver Nickel. Danzon No. 2 was popularized by Gustavo Dudamel and the Simón Bolívar Youth Orchestra of Venezuela, and he took it on tour to Europe and North America. Dr. Simon has placed a bunch of soloists at the front of the stage, so you can really listen to the dialogue between soloists. It's a really beautiful piece. It's the 5th time I've had it on my stand, and I'm just as excited about it as the first time. So I hope you'll enjoy Danzon No. 2.